Hey guys, it's Kimberly with Real Progressives. I am in downtown Lawrenceville, Virginia. That's in Brunswick County, Virginia. And I'm here for a local business meeting tonight. I wanted to talk about a little bit. I really wanted to be able to interview them, but first they're going to talk to their board about that. But they're doing some really good things, and tonight I want to talk about things that you can do in your local community that will actually make a difference. So instead of waiting for our politicians, or maybe you're trying to figure out, what can I do in this movement to help my community? Maybe you are supporting local candidates, maybe you're getting involved with a party, maybe you're like, no way, I hate parties, and you're like, what can I do to make a difference in my community? Well, here in this town, if you look around me, here on the side are some government buildings, but here right behind me are pretty much just completely empty downtown buildings. There's not much here at all. And a group of citizens came together to try to make their community better. And one of the ways that they do that is they keep a check on local government. Hey, Ellen, she says knock knock. Hope you guys are good. Thanks, Ellen. So the organization here is called Better Brunswick Government, and actually it's a lot of really older people and they're concerned citizens, and they really don't have many young people involved, but what they do is they go to local meetings. Hey Tony, they go to local board meetings. They always have someone show up at the county board meetings, at the town meetings. There's different towns here that have meetings, like in Alberta and in Lawrenceville. They go through records to make sure that money is being managed, so they're keeping a check on corruption, which I really like. There are a lot of organizations out there, one being Represent Us, that I have friends that are involved with, I've been a little bit involved with, and Represent Us does something where they go to a board meeting and they try to get their board members to sign resolutions that basically states that they're not going to be corrupt. It's an anti-corruption resolution. The problem is, just because they sign it doesn't mean that there's any way to figure out if they're being corrupt or not. So what I like about this organization is that they're actually going to the meetings and they're going through the books of the county and of the town to see how the money is being managed. And it's really made a difference in one of these smaller towns here, because they found out some interesting stuff in one of these smaller towns, how things were being mismanaged. So they stay on top of that. So not only do they do that, but things don't really go so smoothly here with our local government, sadly. I think that our local government means well, but we have a lot of issues here. So they have asked themselves, what can we do as an organization, as citizens, to help our community? So they've decided that they're going to try to kind of make it sort of a place, a destination for horse lovers, and maybe make it where people want to come and buy horse properties. So they've created a committee to do that, to try to get people here. And let me tell you a little bit more about Brunswick County. We don't have any box stores. We don't have a Walmart. We barely have any mom and pop shops. We have very, very little here. There really is not that much revenue coming in. Young people are leaving. There really aren't any jobs for people here. So you have this group that's an older generation, and they're saying, what can we do to bring people to this county? And that's one of the things that they're doing, is trying to make it into a horse community. And one of their latest ideas, which is really cool, which they want to get me involved with, is they thought, why don't we get our local high schools involved and start some type of after-school journalism class? And I could go into the schools, and the idea is that students would go out and interview local businesses and business owners, so that way they get to know what businesses are in the community, and then we have youth involved. So I really love this organization. I love that they are diligent and keeping up with the budget of the county. They're making sure that things are above board. They're trying to keep corruption at bay, because corruption is really happening everywhere. So I love that about that. But what's tough is that we have this aging community and we don't have any young people involved. So I think I might be their youngest member, but a lot of them are definitely very retired. A lot of them are in the hospital. A lot of them have been in and out of the hospital and sick. And it's really an aging population, and we need more youth involved in our communities. So I just wanted to talk about that before I went into the meeting. They're doing really great things, and this is something that you could easily start in your own community. You know, get a couple people together, start attending your local board meetings, and you can start asking questions, and you can get a copy of your county budget. If you go to one of your local government buildings, find the finance department, they should have an audit, and you can go through and see how money is being spent in your area. So, you know, it's up to us to make sure that our local governments are not corrupt. So anyway, just something to think about, and I'm hoping that they will let me interview them, but they have to talk to the board first. And again, I am in Lawrenceville, Virginia, live streaming the elderly and youth. So I hope you guys have a really great night, and I'm going to enjoy this meeting. I'm really, really happy that we have people out there that are keeping a check on our local governments, and this is something that you guys can really reproduce in your own community. Pretty easy startup. So hope you guys have a really good night, and yeah, I think I know Steve is live streaming Joe Firestone at 8 o'clock tonight. That's going to be really interesting. Joe Firestone has written a lot of books on economics, and he's a really great guy. So don't miss that at 8 o'clock. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.